What up, y'all? All right, this is Mr. Wills. This is the Mr. Wills Show. The theme of today, right? If I'm building this thing up, it would be rebuilding my confidence, man. Yesterday night, I was opening for J-Dub, yo, and Drew. They had this EP release for the weekend vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's out now. Check it out, right? No shame. There's a plug, baby. Got you.
It's true, don't believe and you see the phenomenal supernova that I hear that I was only coming to your galaxy to spread my energy. The phenomenal supernova. Yeah, pulled up on this planet like I'm galactic, silver surfing my words on loose feet. Vernacular pterodactyl, got your own beat. Brain flowing like liquid, it's like I'm Tangible City. Flipping multiple talents, I'm building my coalition. I've been through a lot, I never forgot. Feeling like a villain, call me Scott, I'm dodging the eye. Cause even your emotions have an echo, and so my space. And when you're out there, without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know now. Yeah. I think I just knew too much. That make me cry. Yeah. Tight. I love y'all.
It felt so good, man, and this is my opportunity with no script, yo, like I said, rebuild confidence, man. That was my, I think, fourth time this year performing on stage doing my own music, right? There was once at like the Martin Luther King Festival earlier this year, the Love You, I think it's called the Love You Club or something like that, Metro Sports Bar, and then yesterday at Lush. I'm just like, to be honest, man, I'm grateful to be able to have the opportunities to get out there and do my thing, man, in front of people. I think it's super cool, especially because like a lot of people don't know, because I have not been socially active on media for like a little while, right? Like the consistency kind of died. I have just got through this divorce, man, and I don't talk about it like that, but it now ties into the reality of the rebuilding the confidence, man. Like it's tied into like the process, and so I don't have to hide myself, and I don't gotta hide the authenticity or the realness, man, that I am. You feel me? This is what it is, right? This is what happened, and I think that a lot of people will get to know me through this process, right? And then through getting to know me, I think you'll care more about like the music or like the art. Yesterday was a big step because with a new group of people, right? I've never seen those that crowd. I've never been to Lush, and I don't live in Tempe. All my stuff usually on the west side, dude. So I was out there, and it's me being myself. Honestly, when I'm around like the homie Drew, and I'm around Champagne, I've known them for years, yo. They're my kids' godparents, right? So like when I'm around them, like there's certain people I'm around, I'm comfortable, and it doesn't bother me to be myself. It's a lot easier. Honesty moment. I've recently been, as an adult, diagnosed with autism and ADHD within the last few years, man, right? And so a lot of stuff about me is just now starting to make sense. And I'm 37, you know what I mean? And that's a lot to adjust to as well, right? Just like looking at things, it's kind of like all of a sudden the rearview mirror has less fog, so to speak, man. Like it make, all the steps, being all over the place, like not feeling accepted, not feeling good enough, all those things, right? Feeling like I got too much energy, or like I'm never in the right place, or I'm generally out of place. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling like the weird kid. You know what I mean? All those things, yo, make a lot of sense now, bro. You know what I mean? I do feel like it is like a resurgence, man. Like I finally can actually start to accept myself, man. And I don't want to say love myself, because I've loved myself, but it's different now. You know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of wonder why I am so many ways. I don't like labels necessarily, but that also makes sense, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you get placed on a spectrum, it makes sense why military didn't work twice, right? Like, and then I ended up getting medically discharged because there was multiple things that were going on. They were like, yo, your breathing's jacked up, your hearing's jacked up, your knees are jacked up, you got shin splints. My boy, we're gonna go ahead and send you home. You know what I mean? So I did a couple years in the army, man, but like the reason I brought that up is because being in front of people again takes a lot of vulnerability, man, and you never know how people are gonna respond. You never know, like, cause some people are cold blooded. Some of y'all mean out there, bruh. Some of y'all sit in front of people and make a stank face, cause oh, he cracked the note he was singing. Did you hear that note? You know what I mean? People like that. You sitting over there probably can't sing at all, man. But ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that. And then I'm doing something original, right? Like made this beat, this song, this sound, these words, this song does not exist by anybody else except me, right? That's the base of the presentation for probably any independent artist. But I'm just talking about myself. That's my experience. And then so to get on stage, man, in front of people and be yourself, man, it can be challenging and it can be scary. To be honest though, like once it starts, man, those jitters kind of go away, dude. And like you end up seeing me, I end up making corny jokes or whatever, man. I don't know. To be honest, it becomes a thing is where it's like everybody's looking at me. So here it is, you know what I mean? Here's the show, Doc, right? And through like this show, like this Mr. Will show, this will be a whole thing. Um, I hope to let people in a little bit more, man, just so you can get to know me a lot better. And then I think that'll connect y'all to the art that I make and the music that I make, man. It'll be like, whoa, you know what I mean? And so yesterday was amazing. To all the people that came, thank you. Like for real, it meant so much, yo. To all of us, to the people that left early, you missed some stuff. To the people that didn't go, hopefully you catch the footage. For anybody that was there and that was vibing, to all the love I got. To, I think her name was Crystal. I met somebody new yesterday. I think her name is Crystal. To Crystal, yo, if that's your name, I'm sorry if it's not. I'm terrible with names, yo. That's gonna be a recurring thing. I'm telling you right now, because I'm great with names. Sarcasm. It's what I do best. I gotta make a thing where anytime I say something sarcastic, this little graphic of me pops up wearing this shirt that says that. Just whatever. Because things are great.
Sarcasm. It's what I do best.
I think it'll be funny. We'll see. Anyway, to Crystal, yo, thank you, man. Those words were like super impactful, man. Now that I have started to do therapy, like now that I've started to be open with myself and understand a lot of the things that I've experienced, man, and hearing somebody like that, like, pour into you, man, because they don't care about the trauma. They don't care about they see this, you know what I'm saying? What they see is what they like. What they hear is what they like. This real, this authenticity. Clearly, you have talent. You're not like using AI. Nah, I made those beats, and a lot of people don't know that. Like I said, the best way I could describe it quickly is like I did. One thing I'm not good at is advertising, y'all. I'm not a salesman, bro. I'm gonna pull up and be like, "Hey, check this out. You like it?" If you say no, I'm be like, "Okay," and then skirt. What I'm talking about is what I did, right? Because I'm thinking this should sell itself, right? I shouldn't have. When I do this, I know how much time it took, right? I did this by hand. This vest was all like this regular. I got it from Goodwill. It didn't have all this stuff on it, dude. You know what I mean? And it was like, I don't know, probably like $8 or something like that when I got it from Goodwill. And to be honest, man, I didn't even get everything done that I wanted to have on there done. But I like what I got going on for it because it gives you exactly what I wanted you. Like the rest of the stuff would have been just extra, but I wanted you to see what I'm performing, right? And like I feel like as an artist, that's something that like. I'm trying to think, what can I do, yeah, that is different, right? That other people or other artists won't or can't do, right? Uh, put everything together at one time, right? So like I can paint, I can draw, I can blah 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 blah, right? Whatever I put my mind to, kind of thing. Not even tooting my own horn, but toot toot, right? But I was raised in church, right? So I sang a lot in church, right? Had a little group of my mom and my brothers, and eventually my sister. It was like all for him. I think it was called all for him, and we sang a cappella in different churches in like Baltimore, in Arizona, in Virginia, right? And it was a lot of fun, but that was because it was learning something was different about us. Oh crap, we can sing. That's pretty cool, man. Um, but we did it a lot, and I remember doing it in church, and that's where I got used to being on stage, and then I learned the act of authenticity. I don't know how else to put that. The art of authenticity, I'll say, right? Because when you are performing a song, people can tell, right? But if you're delivering this song in a way that is your performance, right, and it's real, what you're doing is how you feel about this song, then they vibe off of that. You know what I mean? They receive that a lot better. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I learned in church. Because stage fright happens to everyone all the time until you get used to being on stage all the time. And I was in front of a lot of people growing up in church. Pilgrim Rest, dude, is a big church, right? You know? Um, and so I think a lot of me trying not to address the pain and the issues that have gotten me to this point, music wise, art wise, is because I know a lot of people know me and they know, you know, maybe not the story, but what they've heard or what they believe of how I got to this point in life after a divorce or whatever, because I have been quiet for like the last year about things, man. And so now, like I said, stepping out back into the public to do music again I feel like such a kid again, dude. Like like I'm not a kid by any means. You know what I mean? I have 4 children. My oldest is 14. I pay taxes. I've been to the army. I'm not a kid by any means. But like, I feel very rejuvenated now, dude. Like young again, right? Like on stage in front of people does not bother me like I thought it would. And it's been a minute since I was doing music on stage in front of people consistently, right? And so thank you guys again, because yesterday was everything. And I embraced the flaws, I embraced the mess ups, you know what I mean? I know there's moments where, you know, I like cracked, or, you know, there's moments where I might have, dude, you know what I gotta do is use the mic stand next time, because freaking 37 years old, man, even working out or not, I be working out. I need to work out some more, I guess. Freaking ran out of breath, dude. I realized I need backup singers, or I need to stop moving so much. I need to watch some J. Cole concerts. There's certain songs I can move with, but like certain songs where breath control is required, I'm gonna have to just figure out a way not to move as much. We're gonna use the mic stand for that, man. Be dynamic with your expressions and stay in freaking place, so you can feel like you're jogging while you're running. It felt like I was singing cadence yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? Also, I forgot my phone, dude. I was rushing out of the house because I was like, yo, there's so many things that I want to make sure I have, right? Like my vest had so many little things on it. I had to make sure they're secured, and you saw, like, if you were there, this thing came off my ankle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't tie it all the way right. I was going for like a Michael Jackson, Lenny Kravitz kind of a like Janelle Monáe punk rock mix thing. I had to take the vest off, dude. And it happens literally every time I perform, yo. It happens. I'll sing one song with the vest on, and then like, yeah, I gotta take this vest off, yo. I start sweating. Thanks, Grandma.
Wealth, fame, power. Gold Roger, the king of the pirates, attained this and everything else the world had to offer. And his dying words drove countless souls to the seas.
You want my treasure? You can have it. I left everything I gathered together in one place. Now you just have to find it.
These words lured men to the grand line in pursuit of dreams greater than they'd ever dared to imagine. This is the time known as the Great Pirate Era.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for. One Piece. Compass left behind, it'll only slow us down. Your heart will be your guide. Raise the sails and take the helm. That legendary place that the end of the map reveals is only legendary till someone proves it real. Through all the trouble times, through the heartache and through the pain, know that I will be there to stand by you, just like I know you'll stand by me. So come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we will find everything that we're looking for. There's always room for you if you want to
intro for this segment. This segment's called Geek Out. That's what I called it. Geek Out. Geek Out. Because I be geeking out on stuff, bro. You know, my eyes get all big. I be getting excited, like, yeah, bro. This segment. I'm geeking out about One Piece. Go figure, right? I just wanted to bring up a little bit, and we can talk details about One Piece later. It's been the thing that's been connecting me to my kids, man, during this process. Like I said, we are talking recently divorced, as in like February, things were finalized. When this started last year, like March time frame, my kids and I had a lot of time on our hands, just us. And we had already been watching anime. I just got my kids through like Dragon Ball Z, and then like Dragon Ball Super. I showed them a little bit of like My Hero Academia, and they started geeking out on that, man. And then I told them about One Piece, just because I love pirates. Like Captain Jack Sparrow, bro. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Those are like some of my favorites for sure. I introduced it to them, right? The One Piece show, because of the pirates and the anime combo thing. And early on, I told them what it was. The story is pretty tight, just because it's very unique from the way that it's written and told. These characters are very uniquely designed, and it's not like any other anime, specifically because of the premise, and then because of the unique build of these characters, man. It's freaking wild. Like some of the laughs and stuff, dude. One Piece is a freaking ride, bro. It's all over the place. I think we're in Punk. No, yeah. What the hell is it called? The one where you got Vegapunk, man. I can't remember what the season is called, but we're there. Egghead, whatever. We're there now. They've watched all these episodes. And we've had moments of laughter together. We've had moments of tears together, man. We've been pissed off at bad guys, and we've cheered when those bad guys got whopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been freaking fans, man. And so like now we've got like a collection, like a vast collection of One Piece cards, man. There's a One Piece card game out there. I haven't ordered the actual board, but I made a board so we can play it, because I didn't want to wait to order it. I was like, yo, it take me like 2 hours to make this thing. And that's pretty much what happened. So I'll show you that board. It was a makeshift, but it was 2 hours, and it works. We've played like 2 or 3 games of this One Piece card game. Pretty tight. We're doing great. The One Piece video games, man, figurines on the shelves over there, clothes, jerseys, like costumes, dude, all of it. I didn't know that I was creating these little monsters, right? These little anime fans, man. But now they're rolling, dude. Like, they love it. And so if you have not gone through the series of One Piece, it's a long, long journey. But I believe it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? If you're into the journeys, if you're into adventures. If you're not, then there's a lot of other animes that are shorter. Dad thoughts. So basically, man, this dad thoughts episode I'm gonna do on, like, normally my dad thoughts are kind of funny rants, like, or you know what I mean, like going off about something. Right now, I just want to give my kids just props, and just say thank you, man, because like my son is the main reason why I started just sitting down in front of this camera with this microphone and doing this show in the first place. I've always wanted to have a show. I started a podcast like a while back, you know what I'm saying? And like the consistency behind it just kind of fell off, man. And so instead of trying to do something that's obviously not based on reality of what I have, like time wise, or like I can't expect myself to sit down and be an edit god. You know what I mean? Like I do a lot of art. That's my niche or whatever. That's where I get my fix. Sitting down and editing is tedious, I guess. I had to find an editor, whatever. My son was like, "Yo, I want to see what you're doing when I'm with mom. I want to see what do you?" Because I cook a lot when they're with me, and so he's like, "When you cook, let me see what you cook." And I'm not gonna lie, I'd be forgetting all kinds of stuff, dude. But I wanted to make a plan that I can stick to be disciplined enough to show my son like this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, and he said I'd watch your show. Like, it don't got to be perfect. The fact that my 6-year-old son said that, and it was like early in the morning, we were at like Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said it unprompted. I was like, "You're an intelligent little kid," and I was like basically trying not to cry in the parking lot. You know what I mean? Because like that's a thing that I have an issue with, is this acceptance thing. I didn't realize that was the thing, but like I said, it takes going to therapy, man, and talking things out, right, with somebody that understands, to put things in perspective. And I did for a long time struggle with the feeling of acceptance. Like I said before, feeling like the weird kid or whatever. That's not a thing with my kids, man. Like, to them, I'm dope. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I don't know. I can't put into words what my kids think I am. I just know it shocks and amazes me every time, because all I'm doing is just being myself. I'm not trying to be a superhero, but I know I don't have memories growing up of my biological dad doing this stuff, right? I don't have much memories of my biological dad at all, to be honest. And then like my stepdad, you know, is the only dad that I know, right? And from what I know about him, he's good with people, okay with kids. You know what I mean? Like, and so I remember like growing up was uncomfortable a lot of times. Um, and so now that I have the chance to make my own memories for these kids, right? There's a lot that is different for us. There's a lot that's unique for the way that we live over here, right? In this household, right? Like a lot of art, a lot of creativity, a lot of honesty, dude. Like, cause there's no reason to lie to each other, dude. You know what I mean? You guys are all I got. As far as family, I don't have any other children. I don't have any other legacy that I'm planning on building to leave. Whatever I'm planning to build, I'm planning to leave to y'all. You know what I mean? And so I love the fact that I have this bond with my kids, and um, it's through anime or whatever, and through just being real with each other, being honest, being authentic. I guess they love me for me, and that's the most comfortable thing in the world. It's the most warming feeling, y'all, to know that your kids think you are just you know what I mean? You see, like I said, it's hard to put in words, bro, but like I don't do what I do so that I can get these compliments from them. I do what I do for them because I want them to remember I wanted to do these things. You know what I mean? Like if you could have any memories growing up, wouldn't you want memories of your parents doing stuff that they wanted to do with you, that you wanted to do, that was a connection thing, and building that on purpose to where when they're grown ups, they look back and they have more fond memories, more positive memories than negative. And like negative to where parents don't apologize to their kids, or parents, no, you don't talk to me that way. Like parents easily feel disrespected, you know what I mean? Because kids want to speak their minds. But I don't believe a kid that speaks their mind even like in a respectful way, because there's ways obviously you can speak your mind and be disrespectful, but I don't believe a kid that speaks their mind in a respectful way is a bad kid. I believe that is the future, bro. Those are the leaders and the world changers. I tell my kids all the time, think for yourself. Don't be sheep, bro. Don't just follow people or just hear people give you bull crap and be like, okay, hey, bro, do research. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe something that somebody said, Google it. Just check and see. Do some research. Don't be fooled by don't be Jedi mind tricked, right? Don't be freaking swayed by commercials, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I tell my kids. And so the bond that I have with them is built off of their natural reactions to me. They adjust very well, and I think they do it because we have built this environment of flexibility, right? And this environment of creativity and honesty. And so I love them very much for that. But the main reason why I wanted to at least talk about them for a minute is because without them, a lot of me right now would not be me, if that makes sense, right? Like they are the reason behind a lot of things that people will see and have seen over the last like 14 years, pretty much. Like the driving force behind wanting to be better, or wanting to, do music, or wanting to do art, or wanting to, finish something. When they see something I finished, they freak out. And that that authentic response, man, there's no money involved. I think they just appreciate the time. And to them, when they see it, they're like, yo, I can't believe you actually sat and did this. That's a trip. And I'm like, yeah, right. Isn't that pretty cool? You know what I mean? Because to me, it's just something something else to do, something else I can do. To them, they can't believe that someone's capable of doing whatever he said he was going to do. You know what I mean? Like as far as art goes. That's what I've seen. So because of that, I'm always motivated to try and finish. So this Dad Thoughts is only about kids that, I guess my kids. So thank y'all, babies. I love you. Before I end this episode, I just have one more thing that I was thinking about. It's about the independent artist problems. There's so much that doing this show, yo, I really hope people start to understand. Like if you don't do art or music independently, you're gonna learn a lot about things. you're like the manager, yo, the promoter, you're the booking agent, you're the social media team, you're the writer, the editor, the accountant, the freaking wardrobe, freaking the makeup, you're the cameraman. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you got to be the HR, you got to be the editor. Like it's everything, dude. You need more hands than Shiva. And then like when online stuff happens, people see like the 30-second. You know, the attention spans of people that got that, it's ridiculous. Freaking 7 seconds, right? You don't see the goddamn 3 hours it took to make that video and cut it down to goddamn 30 seconds and then pick the 7 seconds that we think will catch your attention. Like as opposed to just back in the day, people used to go outside with their bow ties and sing on the corner doo-wop style. In the still of the night. The show I did yesterday, I freaking forgot my phone. I had a whole plan in mind. I was like, yeah, man, this time I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna have a tripod. I'm gonna set it up right in front of the stage. They gonna know it's me. Yeah, Mr. Wills, I'm live at Lush. I freaking forgot my phone because I was rushing out of the house because I was like, ooh, let's make sure I don't forget anything. So like these woes are like not just for independent artists, but it's like independent artists over 30. There was a couple people that saw probably. I had to stretch, bro. Like when I realized, oh, I'm about to go on. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Stretch. At the last show I had, I didn't stretch, and when I got done, my legs hurt, like the back, like my hamstrings. And I was like, what the I doing to make my hamstrings hurt? Squats? Like was I doing squats on stage, bro? I don't recall doing squats on stage. I need to stop moving so much. I had to stretch before the show. That's a real thing. I had to properly hydrate. Like I knew I was gonna sweat. That's why I was like, yo, I gotta bring a change of clothes. And I forgot to change of clothes, bro. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to stay away from people. Cause I ain't trying to stink. I ain't trying to be the dude dressed like a rock star, but he stinks. Cause he freaking killed his show. He did a great job of the show. Amazing show, but he's kind of ripe. I don't want that. Did I charge my light up shoes? You know what I mean? Like as an artist, as an independent artist, you gotta worry about charging your light up shoes. There's not a dude for that here. My shoes were well lit yesterday, guys, and guess what? That was all me. And you know what, man? Like one of my favorite parts about it, my kids, yo, they see people every now and then, legit, talking about my music or like kids at their school or whatever talk about it. To them, they think I'm like famous. The algorithm disagrees, bro. And to those that do listen to me, I think like on each platform, I think like iTunes and Spotify individually, I get like somewhere above 2,000 something different followers or different like plays from different people per month. Thank you, thank you guys, yo, for that, for real. Because I have not spent money to promote this stuff. I haven't had the money to do it, and when I did have the money, I spent it on life. Now we're getting to where okay, this needs to be taken seriously, like a business, bro. We got to get these kids to see what their dad can really do at a larger scale. And I don't want to disappoint my kids. I don't like that feeling. I know my daughters have said, I can't wait until you're at a concert and I get to be in the front row. That's the drive, dude. You know what I mean? You know what's expensive? Art supplies. You don't think about that part when you see the vest, right? When you see wow, he looks like a rock star. I do, right? And it was also very expensive. Just the collection of materials, just because it's coming out of pocket, bro. There's no one donating to me. I'm not like finding stuff on the street either. I gotta go to Michael's and price stuff. I gotta look for coupons. I gotta go to Goodwill and like recycle fabrics. You know what I mean? Like that's how I get stuff done, bro. It'd be like, yeah, and then like the multitasking, like it's like your browser on the tablet will have like 37 tabs open. All of them will lead to like how to build your audience. And like meanwhile, 6 hours have gone by and I have forgotten to eat lunch. There's that moment of doubt where it's like I got everything right. I'm about to sit down and record. I'm about to do this segment, or I'm about to make this song, and then you got to get up and go to the bathroom. Or like being a dad and an artist, yo. It's like, all right, I'm about to edit this song. They're chilling. As soon as you sit down to edit the song, they call you. Hey, Dad. Take your headphones off. Yo, what's up? She took the remote. Like you don't realize as you like when you were younger, you could do all the dance moves that you saw. It was easy to like Dougie, but like Dugging now, dude, I'm Dugging for like 15 seconds max, bro. Teach me how to Dougie. 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 And like once I rotate once, I'm about to go sit back down. You know what I'm talking about? Like for a minute. You're gonna lean on the other leg and just watch. Because if I keep going, my whole body gonna hurt. I had a moment where I did a little bit of like sea walking and I was like air walking a little bit yesterday. And then like towards the end of the night, my toes hurt. I was like, dang, I cannot believe I got 37-year-old toes. And I had, like, I told the homies, yo, I was so glad that I had Vaseline. People don't understand, like, once you sweat and you wipe that off, you might be ashy once your skin dries up, dude. And I wash my hands a lot, and I can't stand dry hands. Touching things with dry hands is not fun, bro. And so I was like, thank God for Vaseline, because my elbows needed it. And then, like, on the way out there, like, just the woes of being an independent artist. On the way out to the show, I was still fixing the vest. There was like stuff I forgot to put on there. I was like, crap. So I was definitely getting stabbed by those little pokey things on the back of those daggone studs. I really need to invest in some more thimbles, bro. I gotta start packing protein bars or something like that. Cause like I have this, I can't eat like a big meal before I go on stage. Cause the last thing I want to do is have to go to the bathroom like while I'm on stage. That's gonna change the way this show goes, I think. Like if you're on stage and all of it, like all of a sudden you go from like moving like Michael Jackson to like moving like freaking CeeLo Green, people know you. People know you have to take. And then like you can't be on stage for multiple songs and then sit down knowing you have to take a shit, because then you're just gonna fart and ooh. I just don't want that to be like the Legend of Mr. Wills, man. Yeah, he looked dope like a rock star, but like I think he farted on stage. So like I need to pack protein bars or something like that. Note to self: pack something for the freaking get some trail mix or something, bro.